If he feels left out.
No, I don't feel left out, but it's just curious. It was happening before.
No brother, reason. Everything is reason. Reason. Sometimes
Many people just walk away, yeah.
there and the conversation finished without non-intentionally.
Makes sense. But what's the
But by the way-
guarantee that my points is going
But Ali, trust me, when you watch this video,
I'm not sure.
no, I'll give you the name of the YouTube channels if you want.
I don't. waste
But
my
hold
time
on.
this.
When you watch the video, and if you feel discriminated, that means we are trying to subvert your audio or something, then you can say yes, we are being unfair. But if you watch on our channels, the videos, sometimes because of technicality, it happens even to my voice, not just the person I'm speaking to. And like the brother explained to you, that many times what happens is that when we put the microphone
That makes
on the other person, they, because not
Yeah.
deliberately, but sometimes they just walk away, and the person who's recording might be away from the camera and he doesn't realize. So I walk away, the person I'm speaking to walks away, and the cameraman is not there. So, and many times it has happened, isn't it?
It makes sense.
Okay, so nothing to discriminate you, okay?
Okay.
Trust me. And if it happens, you can.
I've got your word.
Yes, inshallah. So what I'm saying is that, as a person, sorry, I don't know if you're agnostic or atheist.
I'm an atheist.
You're an atheist, so you don't believe God exists at all. There's no possibility at all.
No, that's not atheism. That's not what atheism is.
Okay.
Atheism is.
You deny
My
it.
atheism is. I don't believe there's enough evidence to believe there's a God.
Okay.
Does
But
that
you
make sense?
think there is a possibility that God can exist?
There's possibility for anything, of course.
Yeah, that sounds like agnostic to me. But anyway,
No, I deny his existence based on there is no evidence for his existence.
yeah, that's what the agnostics say as well. They say that until we see evidence, we remain undecided.
Yeah, but I think because there is no evidence,
Yeah,
I don't think there is a God.
That's exactly what they say. They're agnostic. But anyway,
They're still open.
doesn't matter. Atheist, agnostic, you don't believe in God
I
until you see evidence. Okay, so the question I would ask you is that, do you believe that the universe has a beginning? Did it come from
Yes.
somewhere?
Yeah, it does
Somewhere?
have a beginning.
Okay. How do you think it began?
Began with the Big Bang, most possible, probably. Yeah.
And before the Big Bang?
Before the Big Bang, it's beyond us because that's the furthest we can access.
Actually, the singularity is the furthest.
Singularity is a theory,
No, it's not.
hypothesis.
So
There
it's,
is mathematical explanation for it, but there is no evidence as there is for Big Bang. Because
Okay.
Big Bang, we can see it happening. We can see things expanding. We can see the shooting that's happened from that one point.
that shows us that,
How Higgs boson and everything extracted from one
yeah.
point, right?
So they can.
So we can see Big Bang happening. We
You
can
you
see it
cannot
happening.
really see the Big Bang,
We
but you
can.
can
We
you
can
can
see-
postulate that it happened
No.
based on the scientific experiments that done,
No,
based
we
on
can
the
actually see if you have.
Have
a
you seen Big
powerful-
Bang happen?
No, I can't because I don't have the access to that powerful telescope that sees so far beyond.
Oh, you think the Higgs
light
boson is for the
No,
Big Bang?
No, Higgs
Then-
boson has nothing to do with telescopes. Higgs
So-
boson is an
So
accelerator.
which telescope saw Big Bang?
I'm saying the remnants of the Big Bang can be seen in.
That's
the
what I'm
sky.
telling you. So they can postulate based on that.
Yes.
No one can see the Big Bang because it's so way back in the past.
Yes.
But that's what I'm telling you. You can't see it because you were arguing you can see it.
The after effects of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So based on that, they can postulate.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so because you're saying it began to exist, yes, do you think there is a cause? And is this cause something or nothing? And if it is something, what is it?
Cause. I don't believe there's a cause.
So if there is no
that would-
cause, everything that began to exist has a cause.
Has
Do you-
the potential.
what does that mean?
Potential. So whatever it was before had the potential that with any accident. Well, accident is also because there is no time before that.
No, I'm not telling you how it happened.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, is there a cause? And you're saying, I don't understand what you mean by potential.
What do you mean by cause? Because when
cause
you
means-
say cause, you imply something. With
Yes,
it.
I'll
What's
tell you
your
what cause.
implication?
So cause and effect are principles that philosophers and even scientists use.
Okay.
So for example, if I wanted to have tea, yes, I would actually need to boil water. Yes.
Okay.
How does the water boil? By fire or electric. Yes. So the fire or electric, the energy is the source, and that is actually the cause. Okay?
Okay.
So without this cause, you won't have boiling water.
Yes.
So the boiling water is the effect, the cause is the fire or the electric. Is that simple? Because the universe existed, sorry, it began to exist, which is the effect. I'm asking what is the cause?
We don't know.
But there must be a cause, right?
Not necessarily. So,
It cannot exist by itself.
yeah, the potential. There was potential for this universe to exist.
How?
How? Because it happened before the existence of universe. How is just postulation, as you said.
No, I'm asking you the cause. There must be a cause for everything that begins to exist.
Yes.
Just like,
Now you're asking me to be certain of something that existed before time. I cannot be certain of something.
no,
that
all I'm asking you is that, is there a cause or not?
Any cause.
There has to be a
I'm
cause
saying
because
there's
it,
potential. Yes.
oh my God, I don't know what you mean by potential.
Because-
What I'm saying is that if the universe began to exist,
Yes.
it must have a cause. This is the principle of the Kalam cosmological
I
argument.
know William Lane Craig's argument.
It is not William Lane Craig's argument.
Kalam, he named a Kalam cosmological.
Yeah, but there are philosophers before, yeah? Imam Ghazali used it. And William Lane Craig, he just basically fine-tuned it.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's not- it's
he
not his
named
argument.
it. When you say Kalam cosmological argument.
Yeah, the terminology.
Yeah, that's William Lane
Yeah,
Craig.
but it's not his argument. Like I said, Imam Ghazali used it, and there are other philosophers who
Yeah.
used it.
So what's your point about the?
My
cause?
point is
because
about-
you're not making it clear.
No,
what
I'm
you
making
want.
it quite clear. I'm saying just like for boiling water,
But that's just innate because you cannot.
that's an analogy I gave you.
Yeah, but this analogy doesn't work because
It does.
boiling water and the existence of the universe
No,
aren't
it's,
equal.
you asked me what is cause and effect. I used the analogy to explain to you what is cause and effect. It looks like you didn't know what was cause and effect. I
just
hope it's clear
wanna
now.
know- No, because you're implying something in between the lines, which I'm not.
What am I
sure of.
implying? I didn't say anything.
That's why. Okay, let's.
In
say
fact,
this.
I haven't used the term God, if that's what you're worried about. I haven't used the term.
You cannot right now. That's why.
I
It's
can
not to
actually
do
if I
with
wanted
me.
to.
No, you really can't.
I can if I wanted to. I said
How
God.
can
I
you?
said God created. God is a cause. I could have said that, but I didn't say it.
You see, that's just intellectually inferior argument.
What do you mean intellectually inferior argument?
You just say that happened.
No, you
God
said
did
I
it.
cannot make that argument.
That because I don't believe you to be.
I don't
to be
expect you to
using
believe,
that
but all
argument.
that's the reason I'm asking. If you do not believe even in the principle of cause and effect, then
but-
I don't think you're even using logic.
Let's say okay, cause.
No, not say. I want,
because I want to see where you're going with
my
it.
friend. All I want to know is, do you understand cause and effect or not?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so if you don't even know the basics of such logic, then how will you be able to understand God
But
or
God, again.
questioning God?
I want to see your point now. Let's move
My
forward
point
with
my
God.
point is very simple. Look, logically, in order for something to come into existence,
Yeah.
yes, you need a cause.
Okay.
Yes, because something doesn't just pop out of nothing. This is a principle. I hope at least you believe in that principle, or you at least acknowledge that principle. Okay?
Okay.
Do you believe nothing exists?
We don't know. We have no deal with nothing.
Do you know what nothing is?
We have no dealings with nothing. It's
No, I'm
unknown.
asking you. Do you know what is
I'm
nothing?
saying we have no dealings with
I'm not
nothing.
asking if you have dealings. I'm asking, do you know the term nothing, what it means?
What does that? I'm saying we cannot quantify it. It's nothing. What difference does it make?
It makes a huge difference.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
If nothing exists or not, that is the first thing you need to at least understand in order for it to say that I can quantify or not quantify.
What?
You need to at least understand what is nothing.
Quantify what?
Nothing.
I'm saying we've had no dealings with nothing
How do you know that?
because we've never come across nothing.
Zero is nothing. Have you ever written zero in your books?
Yes.
So you have dealt with nothing.
No, nothing in existence. Again, maths is abstract. Again,
Yeah.
same thing.
That's the question I'm asking you.
No, you're going in circles
No,
again.
no, I think you don't understand nothing. So let me explain and you agree or disagree with me based on that.
go for it.
Nothing means in simple terms, nothing means the absence of everything. In other words, nothing doesn't even exist for you to have a dealing with.
That's what I said.
So does it exist or not?
We don't know.
There he goes again. I don't think you understand
We've had
nothing.
no dealings with nothing.
My friend, if it doesn't exist, how will you have dealing with it?
No, as we know, it doesn't exist now.
Thank you, finally.
Okay, because we have no dealings.
Okay, so
with
if something doesn't exist,
Yeah.
can it bring into existence something that exists?
We don't know that.
My friend, if something doesn't exist at all, can it bring about something?
Again, we don't know what nothing is. How
You
can
just
I
said
give
it
it a
does-
characteristic?
You just agreed it doesn't exist.
But because we don't have any dealings with it. Now it's something that doesn't exist, you're asking me to give it a characteristic.
My friend Ali,
Do you not
if
see how
something
this
doesn't exist, how can you have dealing with it? Everybody
So
understands
why are
nothing.
you asking me a question about it?
because
that we
because
don't know
you
anything about?
because you're saying that we don't have dealing with it.
Yes.
It implies that in your subconscious you're thinking it might have existed.
Or we haven't seen it. Maybe it does.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing, honestly.
What do you mean?
You're saying maybe nothing exists.
No, my problem is with certainty. You are so certain.
I am certain it doesn't exist. In fact, I'm 100% certain it doesn't exist.
How?
Because nothing is nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing doesn't exist. It's absence of everything.
Even in the absence of everything, I have no idea what the point you're
Except
trying
because
to make.
you're trying to say that it is there is a possibility, correct me if I'm wrong or if I misunderstood you, you are saying there's a possibility nothing can exist. Am I right?
I'm saying as we know it now, we don't know of any place or anything that's nothing.
And nothing, if you come across nothing, will you recognize it?
I don't know. Really. It's really pointless argument.
No, it's not pointless.
It's completely
No, it's not.
completely
The
is.
people who are watching this,
Yeah.
they will understand the conversation here has now been reduced to something which is not reduced to nothing, I would say. It's reduced to understanding, your misunderstanding of the term nothing.
Maybe that's a possibility.
Okay, do you at least
I'm
agree-
I'm okay with my shortcomings.
No,
I
no,
have
it's not your
problems
shortcoming.
with it.
It's illogical to say that if something, if the absence of everything, hear me out, hear me
My
out.
problem is you want me to be certain of things that there is no evidence or there's no point for.
There's no possibility, that's what I'm telling you.
But I cannot be certain. I have.
Do
no
you know any,
certainty
have you,
on anything?
okay, let me ask you, have you come across any credible scientist who said that there is a possibility for nothing?
Again,
Ali, can I at least finish my sentence? Have you come across any philosopher, scientist, or even a wise man, or professor or teacher, intelligent person who has ever told you that there is a possibility for nothing to exist?
That doesn't mean if the whole human race right now doesn't know, I don't care how big of the scientist is. I'm not gonna be certain. They know my prophets. I'm not gonna follow anybody blindly. I am not a certain person, and you cannot make.
That only means that you don't know the meaning of nothing.
Again, I am. Why do you want me to be certain about
Okay,
things?
you know why? In order for us to communicate, we need to understand certain terms that we use.
No.
For example, if I said that, just a minute. If I told you there is a possibility for a married bachelor to exist.
Again,
Hear me out, hear me out. Is that a possibility for a married bachelor to exist?
no,
Why no? You said you cannot be certain.
because these terms are contradictory.
Thank you. So is nothing and something.
But we have dealings with both of these. Why
Both
don't
of
you
which?
see that?
Where did you deal?
Bachelorhood and married men.
No, no.
We have dealings with
No,
both
no.
of
But
them.
have you dealt with a married bachelor?
No, because we
Because?
have dealings with married, we have dealings with bachelors, and we know if one person is married, he's no bachelor. If he's bachelor, he's no married.
Thank you.
Again?
Because it's a contradictory
But
term.
we have no dealings
Okay.
with nothing
Do you?
itself.
I told you, you had zero. Zero is nothing.
Again, it's a concept. We are concept of affinity.
That's what I've been telling you. Nothing is a concept.
No,
Thank you.
It can be an actual place. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nothing can be an actual place.
Well, in actual existence anywhere.
Oh my God. I think this
We
is
don't
getting
see
ridiculous
the-
now.
No, because you want me to be certain.
You were saying about a married bachelor.
Because we've had dealings with the both sides.
I had dealing
Why
with
don't you see
nothing as a
that?
zero. I've told you. And you too
Again,
had it. But
then
you're not acknowledging
you
it. That's
can
all.
deny his existence now.
Deny what?
Like there is forever the humanity exists on this planet, and however we advance in technology, in
You will
science
never
and
get nothing.
everything,
Trust me.
You'll
You'll never get nothing.
What gives you the authority
Based
to say
on the
that?
definition of nothing.
What do you mean?
Do you know the definition of nothing?
The absence of everything.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that? Just think about it for a minute. Absence of everything. Anything that you can conceptualize, anything that you can see, anything you observe,
Yes.
absence of everything.
Yes, but that's our
Will you- wait, wait.
concept. The universe,
How-
the universe
Yeah.
in its whole vast existence is not dependent on our mentality. What
I
we
didn't say it
create
was.
From it. Concept of nothing we created. Maybe there is something in the universe that's there, but we don't know.
That will be something. Thank you.
Again, you get
When you see, wait. I think you don't realize what you're saying.
The whole point is
Yes.
you want to. I've said
I'm 100% sure nothing doesn't exist.
you are good for you.
But if
Good
you-
for you, and I'm not
Okay.
saying you're wrong to do
Wait.
that.
Ali,
I'm
I
saying
think-
I'm not that person.
If I understand you
No,
correctly,
do you see that? I'm saying as we know now, as
now,
we know
future,
now,
nothing will never exist. Trust
again,
me.
I'm not a certain person. Good for you.
You're not a
You
certain
are.
person?
I don't believe in certainty.
So you don't believe in any reality.
Certainty.
Reality. That's what I'm telling you. If you believe in a reality, means you're certain that it exists.
Again, where are we confused?
Yeah.
If I start answering this, it's gonna
No,
get too
Ali,
long
Ali,
again.
listen. When you're saying it's in future, when you start to know more things,
Yes.
you will know nothing. But wait.
Maybe.
Wait a minute.
Again, I'm
listen,
not-
Ali, wait a minute. Hear me out at least.
No,
The point I'm
tired
making.
of
At least
can
hear
we
me
not agree? We're two different people.
No.
You
At
can
least
believe
hear
in
me out.
certainty.
Last
I
minute,
know.
and then we stop here. Last minute. You're saying in future there's a possibility we'll know nothing.
Maybe.
Okay. In order for you to know something, what criteria do you use?
It's unknown again.
No.
Again.
I'm saying I'm using a different perspective now. It's not
No,
the same
you-
thing.
no.
You're saying that in
I'm
future.
saying, can we move forward from this?
Yeah, we can if you understand the term nothing. Looks like you don't understand it. I'm saying in the future.
I've given you, as we know now, it does not exist. I've given you that.
In the future, when human beings come to know nothing,
Maybe. I'm not saying
at
they
least
will.
let me finish the sentence. In future, if human beings come to know nothing, yes, how will they know that is nothing?
I don't know.
Okay, so it looks like.
You want me to be certain about something that I cannot.
Are you certain about anything in your life?
I try
100%.
not to be.
100%.
I try not to be.
Okay, are you certain that you have consciousness?
Interesting. Yes.
Why?
Almost.
Why? Have you ever seen consciousness?
No.
So how do you know you're certain?
It's a concept that I choose to believe in.
No, but how are you certain?
Certain as in 100%.
Yes.
You can change my mind on it.
No, I'm not changing your mind. I'm asking you
Again, I've answered.
based
the
on your own
As I know
faculties.
it now. Yes.
You're certain? Okay, based on what? Give me evidence that you have consciousness. Empirical evidence.
There is no empirical evidence.
Okay, so you can have something. At least, do you know if it's material or immaterial?
Most probably immaterial, but there is still postulation on it. So most probably immaterial.
Immaterial. Okay. Do you believe in immaterial things?
Yeah.
You do? Wow. That's the first time I've come across an atheist who actually believes in immaterial things. Actually, no, that's wrong. There are people who call themselves atheists, like Buddhists, who don't believe in God, but they believe in spirituality and so on. So, strike that. Anyway, but you're not that kind of Buddhist, are you? You're not Buddhist.
No.
Okay. So, it's quite
I'm saying
fascinating to hear
I'm
an atheist.
Again, it's the same consistency. You can change my mind on it.
No, I'm asking you because
If
you already
they-
believe it 100%. That's what I'm saying. Before,
I didn't say.
without evidence, you already believe in. Oh, hold on. So you're saying you're not 100% sure you're
I'm
conscious?
saying yes, I am conscious.
Okay.
I believe that I'm
No, but
conscious.
so you believe on
There
faith?
there is enough theories and everything that speaks to me, right?
Actually, there is no empirical evidence for it.
No, there are enough theories out there that speak to me, and I choose to believe
Okay,
it.
so which theory of
I
consciousness?
choose to believe it. Again, consciousness is something that we don't know much about. Then again, I cannot be certain about things.
Okay, so can I, based on what you just told me,
Yes.
can I say that you actually believe it on faith?
No.
Because you believe it without evidence. So it can only be you believe it by faith.
There are things. There are some evidence out there. I'm sure.
What
but
evidence?
I haven't come.
There's no empirical evidence, that's for sure.
Empirical, no.
So what evidence is there then?
There is no empirical evidence.
So what kind of evidence do you rely on?
It makes sense to me. First of all, I use in my art, right? And there is something that drives us, and I believe that's consciousness.
You know, you're talking like a religious person now. If you heard yourself, Wallah, I'm not kidding. If you heard yourself, go and rewind this.
Against religious people.
No,
I'm not.
no, hear me out. You don't sound like an atheist when you said that. That's what I meant. You sounded like a person.
Sounded like atheist.
Sounded like atheist means when you said.
Sounded like. What does it
Okay,
mean?
what that means is that you believe it on faith. That's what I meant. As an atheist, without evidence, you believe in your consciousness 100%. Yes, you said.
When did I say that?
I asked you, do you
I'm saying change my mind. You can
no,
change
no,
my
no,
mind on
no.
it.
I asked you, is there...
I am open to the possibilities of change.
Ali, hold
on
on.
it.
I asked you, is there anything you're certain about 100%? And then I asked you, do you believe in your consciousnness 100% that you are conscious?
As I know it now.
Yes. So
that
you're
leaves
100% sure, right?
That leaves the room to change in future.
In
if
fut-
there is evidence.
Okay,
against
so
it,
in
of
future
course.
it's possible that you are not really a conscious being.
No, that doesn't. Maybe the concept we call conscious is something else. Why don't you see that?
Whoa. What do you mean?
So
So what do you understand by conscious? Let's see that.
again, we
Why are you
in
feeling
this
so frustrated?
circle
It's a simple,
because
logical
you're
question.
asking me to be certain about things.
Yes.
And I've told you, you're certain, good for you. I'm not a certain person. That's me. Can we move forward from there?
So if you're not certain about your consciousness, it is possible.
My conscience again.
Ali,
the concept
you cut me
of
off again.
No, because you're making a wrong point again.
Which point? Let me make the point at least. Let me finish the point.
Concept of conscious.
Okay. I did not finish the point. You cut me off. My point, the point I was making is this, that it is possible in your understanding that you don't even exist. Is that true?
Sure.
So I could just be talking to a hologram.
I'm saying I exist. Right.
100% sure?
Right now, I exist.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes.
Good. 100% sure, yeah?
I am.
I'm asking again because
I'm
in the next
existing
sentence
right
you'll tell
now.
me there is possibility that I don't exist.
I am existing right now as I think it. Yes, I do exist.
And that's the reason I ask you, is there anything that you are 100% sure? That means, for example, if I told you
Again,
certain...
where did we started this conversation?
The co-
I think it would have been really, really effective if
Mm-hmm.
we formalized an objective for this conversation because this has been really frustrating.
Okay, the
The
objective...
whole thing has become you're a certain person, I'm not a certain person, but you want me to be a certain person. for some
No,
reason.
the whole thing, the conversation started with the origin of the universe.
Yeah, but why is your argument dependent?
You asked me a
on
question,
being certain
allow me to
person?
answer, please.
Yeah, but
You
why-
asked me a question, allow me to answer.
Why is your argument?
If you keep cutting me off, then this is
Okay.
not a dialogue.
All right.
Okay? All I'm saying is that in order for you to have a conversation, yes, if every time you use I don't know as a punctuation, yes, if every time you say that I'm not certain about things, yes, that means in life, for example, even if I told you, is this three-sided object a triangle, you will say I'm not certain. So you need to understand about objective truth and subjective truth. To me, based on this conversation, it seems like for you everything is subjective. There can never be an objective thing out there. Have I analyzed it correctly?
Interesting. Okay. Again, what's the point of this discussion?
The point of this is
Why
that
is your argument dependent on me being the person you want me to be?
no,
See,
no,
your
no.
Argument,
I don't want to change you.
No, because your argument doesn't seem to be objective.
Actually-
it's dependent on me being a certain person. Why?
No. Do you believe there is objective truth and subjective truth?
Again, you're changing topics.
I'm
left,
not
right,
changing
and center
topics.
now. Again, you trying to
It's
make
called a
an
logical,
no, you
deductive
trying to
analysis,
You're
that's
trying
all.
to make an objective argument, but that's dependent on me being the person you want me to be. What kind of objectivity
Because
is
the
that?
argument...
No, you want me to be a certain
Ali,
person.
hold on. Do you believe there is anything that is objective truth?
Again, where did we started this conversation? If I give you another question, it's gonna keep on going.
No, it's-
What's the point of
The
this
point of this is, if you are going to be a person who believes that everything is subjective, then that is a flawed understanding of reality.
Okay.
Okay? Do you know why?
Okay.
Do you know why?
Take your point on
But
that.
do you know why? The reason for that is because you will never believe anything in life. Shall I tell you why? Okay, imagine this. I'll give you a very simple analogy, which anyone and everyone should be able to understand. Imagine you are in a room, yes, and I ask you, how is the temperature in the room? And there is your friend, I don't know his name. What was his name? The guy with the red jacket?
Jimmy.
Jimmy? Okay, let's say Ali and Jimmy are in a room. And I ask them, what is the temperature in the room? Jimmy says, it's a bit chilly. You say, it's normal room temperature. Yes? Now, this is a subjective opinion from both of you.
Yes.
If I wanted to know the objective truth, is there a way?
Yeah, you can measure the temperature.
Fantastic.
There's evidence.
Absolutely.
But we were talking
Brilliant.
about the unknown thing.
Wait.
No. Okay.
Hold on, let me finish the
This is
analogy.
what
My
frustrated-
friend.
That's what
My
is
friend, just hold on, let me finish. Remember I asked you about, is there anything objective out there? And you were not sure?
Again.
You answered the question yourself, that I can or you can bring a thermometer and you can check the exact temperature of that room. So your subjective opinion and Jimmy's subjective opinion doesn't matter when you have the objective truth.
Yes.
So once again, do you believe in objective truth?
Again, that's a broad argument, man.
He just answered it yourself. Okay, anyway, you know, I think you really need to study a bit of philosophy, a bit of logic, and I'm not trying to put it down. In order to have these conversations,
But why is your argument dependent on what I think?
because the scientists agree with this objective truth.
Then make your argument.
I made, in
why is
order
it
for,
dependent on
my friend,
what I think
my
is-
argument is very simple. The universe began to exist.
Okay.
In order for it to exist, it needs a cause. In order for this cause to be there, that cause must be uncaused. Yes? And it must be intelligent. It must
now,
be...
now things
You
can
are-
be uncaused.
What's that?
Now things can be uncaused.
What do you mean?
You just argue for every effect there's a cause, right?
No, I'm saying, I was explaining, but you cut me off again. I was going to tell you why that
Because you just
I was going to tell you why that first cause has to be uncaused. Because if you don't, then you will have an infinite regrets, and that will not. You will never exist. I will never exist. The universe will never exist.
so there can be
because of
uncaused things or entities, right?
there has to be a first cause in order.
No. Can there be? Now I'm speaking your language.
Go on.
I want you to be certain.
Yeah,
now.
go on.
Can there be uncaused entities or forces or anything uncaused?
There can. There,
No.
I'm
Yes
answering.
or no?
Hey,
That's your
wait, I
language.
never.
Certain. Yes.
Wait,
or no?
wait a minute.
That's how you.
I will answer the way
how
I
you
want.
speak.
You're getting now agitated. I think.
Because I am.
Why?
I really am.
Why?
Because you made all of your argument based on.
When did I ever
am.
say during the conversation you have to answer yes and no? When did I ever say that?
Because everything you made. Why am I certain?
I
about-
asked you, is that objective truth? Is that subjective truth?
So why cannot you? Are you really?
But if you're unsure about everything, then everything is subjective. Nothing is ever objective with you. And Mr. Jimmy there.
We were talking about specifics. You jump through generalities and specifics like they.
What
they
generalities
loaded-
and specifics?
Like we're talking about the concept of conscious, and then you apply the same concept on every single thing on the universe. How can you do
No,
that?
because we know what consciousness is. Do you know what is
Again-
consciousness?
Again, you cannot apply the same argument on every.
Actually, you
single
can.
thing.
That's what science do. In order for you to understand something which is objective and subjective, in order for you to know at least you're conscious or
Okay.
not conscious, in order for something you to know there's a causality and an effect, you need to know the meaning of these terms. Otherwise, you can't have a conversation.
Can I summarize?
Go on, please.
Right? All of your so-called objective argument was based around what you think of me or what I should be. Why? Why do you want me to be a certain person for your argument to work?
No.
Your argument was supposed to be objective.
You know something, Ali? My argument, the same terminologies if I use with different people.
Why did it become about me then?
Well, you're taking it personally now.
Because you asked me all these personal questions.
Which personal question I asked you? Did I ask you about your marriage, about your wife,
No,
about your
personal in
PIN
that
PIN
sense.
code, about your account number?
Or
Which personal
about
question did
what
I ask you?
think. Instead of making your own argument
You know,
independent
okay,
of me,
I think
wanted to
there seems to be a misunderstanding here. The reason I'm asking you is because I'm having the conversation with you.
yeah, but you're not making.
So I'm
your
not going to
point
go and ask
independent
Jimmy because he's talking to somebody else there.
The whole point of having a conversation that you can learn from
Yes.
is you present your point of view independent of me.
No,
So
I have
that-
to talk to you.
No, that's argument. I'm not interested in argument.
No, it's a conversation in which. Okay,
That's very.
Ali, can I ask you something?
behavior.
In order for us to understand each other, do we need to know the meaning of the words that we're using?
You give me your words, and then I'll make what I make of them, and then I'll give you my rebuttal on that.
Yeah, but-
how is that not simple enough for
No,
you to
no.
understand?
I'll tell you why. Because if you're going to think everything is subjective, and you have done this throughout the conversation, you said even the term nothing is possible for it to exist.
Because
if
I'm not
nothing exists, then it's a
certain
something. It's not a nothing anymore. It is something.
I'm not
You need to
a
understand.
certain person.
Exactly.
Why
that's
can't you move forward there?
Okay. If you're going to,
how
if you,
hard is it?
no, it's very hard when you actually keep changing the meaning.
And then you say your argument's not dependent.
If
on
you're not
me.
going to let me finish, and you're going to keep cutting me off every time.
There's something always exists or not? Is that what
No, he's saying there's a possibility in future that we can find nothing.
there might be.
Then that will be something.
Again, you're doing it right now.
What?
That's not what I said.
Do you believe in the resurrection? Do you believe in resurrection?
No, he's not a Christian. He's not a Christian. Don't worry.
No, I'm saying. Do you
Resurrection.
believe in resurrection? When you die, you come to life. You become
No, he doesn't believe in God. He's an atheist.
You were nothing. You created from a drink of water. You were nothing in the first place. You were created from nothing. You became a human. Why don't you believe in when you die, you become another human being? So
we have now
in your grave.
ex-Muslims believing
Yeah.
that it's possible that nothing, non-existence can make something?
No, they actually don't understand the meaning of nothing, because he's saying it's possible in future. Right now we don't know, but in future it's possible that we might know nothing.
I saw you 2 weeks ago, didn't I?
Okay. So what I'm saying is that look, we as Muslims, and were you a Muslim once? Yes. Okay. Alhamdulillah. At least I mean you had the opportunity to understand Islam. Yes.
look for my own way.
Let me ask you this. You know, as Muslims, we believe in life after death. Yes. And we believe in Allah, and we believe in the angels. So we believe in a lot of things which are immaterial. Yes. Just like you believe in your consciousness, which is immaterial, and you believe in it, 100% certainty. That's debatable, I know, with you, because being subjective in everything, that's different. So what I'm saying is that, what if it's possible that when you die, yes, there really is Allah, and the consequences of your actions are real. It's going to be real. It's going to be manifesting in self-reality, and there really is a life after death. Yes.
Okay.
Who's taking the bigger risk? The person like yourself, yes, or a person like me? Imagine if the reality which you believe in. Sorry, if the
Pascal's wages.
yeah. So if you believe in that after you die you become dust and that's it. Yes. Who's taking the bigger risk? Someone who believes
I am.
in religion. Yes.
I am.
So what would happen if you take such a big risk, and then this eternal life is going to be the reality for you?
So that's a question I can answer from my point of view, right?
Yeah, please do. I was hoping you will answer from your point of view. No, nobody else's.
Right. I have actually thought about Pascal's wager, and I think Allah as a God is not worthy of worshipping. My worshipping. Good for you? Happy you keeping it?
I would like to know why, but carry on. Carry on.
For my worshipping is not worth it. Because there are standards that I